Hello, everyone, and welcome to our channel. Today, we have with us Mr. Taqui Haider, a very professional host and a podcaster, as well as the founder, director of a National Commentators Academy. So, Mr. Taqui Haider, welcome to our channel.
Thank you very much, Sonia, and it's been pleasure talking to you.
Okay. So, before moving on with the interview, first of all, I would like to ask you to tell something about your profession.
First of all, thank you for inviting me to your show. I keep watching your show on LinkedIn, and you are doing a commendable job. And I would like to appreciate one fact that you're coming from a hospital background, and you are doing this thing, and you are putting the example in front of others. And I see your progress within 1 year, if I'm not wrong, and you're doing a good job. So great work. Coming back to the question, my profession. Uh, Currently, as you mentioned in the introduction itself, that I am a director and founder of National Commentators Academy. We are doing, a solution to a big problem. In my country or in all over the world, there is no place where we can train commentators or cricket presenter. What we believe that cricket commentator, when this person will sit in the commentary box, he or she should be from the cricket background only. So that was a notion. But when I started this academy, my intention was very clear that in commentary box anybody can sit. We have seen commentators like Harsha Bogle. There are many commentators in the beginning of cricket world. There was people who don't have any background in cricket, but still they were doing commentary. But nowadays, what I felt that only the cricketers they are sitting in the commentary box. So I just wanted to change the scenario. I just wanted to tell people that yes, if you have the right kind of skills and talent, and you can also be a commentator. So I just wanted to be like a bridge between these talented people and doing the commentary job. It's a simple thing. It's just a solution of a big problem. I am just giving training to these young individuals who wanted to be a commentator. I'm just fulfilling their dreams. If I can go back in the history, there is no college, there is no training center wherein you can train commentators. But my academy doing this job to train people. We have developed modules and syllabus, and I personally teach them because I have a lot of experience. I am there in the media field from quite long, and I wanted to become a cricketer as well. But eventually, my family members was not giving me support, so I thought to become a cricket commentator later. But in you, as I mentioned, that there was no place to study commentary. So eventually, I landed up in mass communication. But I later during pandemic, I have realized that this is the thing I can do from mine because I have got the experience and expertise, and I know this field. So I can just justify this thing. So that's why I have opened this National Commentators Academy.
Okay. So, would you please elaborate on how to build a career in a commentary as well as in anchoring?
Okay, so you talk about commentary, so I can tell you about cricket commentary, right? So it's a simple thing that if this is the art, right? So first I will tell you about the commentary. It's art. We have to understand that. So in order to learn the art, you have to join any college, university, or academy. Unfortunately, there is no. So you can take my help, right? I can train you. I can give you models. I can give you theory, practical, everything you will get from my end, right? So study is very important because, as I mentioned, it's the art. You have to learn it, right? Once you learn this art, you have to practice, right? Because once you sit in the commentary box, and nowadays during pandemic I have seen people doing commentary sitting at home, right? They have got the infrastructure and they are doing the commentary sitting at home. So while doing the commentary, it's a responsibility because millions of you know billions of people are watching you because the smartphone. Any match streaming in the world can be seen on this smartphone using fan code device. Any match. So can you imagine? that you are there everywhere. So you can't commit any mistakes. There's no room for mistakes. Right? So you have to learn what you have to say, and it is very important what you have not to say. Kya nahi bolna, that is more important. As I mentioned, that it's a responsibility. Once you do the practice, then you have to build your profile as a cricket commentator brand like Harsha Bhogte, right? So you have to make your brand, and how you are going to do that? LinkedIn is a very good profile. YouTube channel, you can share your views and thoughts, and people will know you. In Hindi, will people say "Jungle mein mor nacha kisne dekha?" If you are talented, put these things on your social media as you are doing on LinkedIn, right? I am also doing on LinkedIn and YouTube, and people are watching it. And the other day, I got a call from Kenya. He saw my interview with some cricket coach, and he said that you are doing a commendable job. We never thought that this thing will come, but you are doing it. So when you get these kind of things, you get motivation. And how you are going to do that? You have to use these kind of platforms, right? So first, I said that it's a art. You have to learn it, then practice, then build your brand. Once you do all these kind of things, then slowly and gradually you will get a call. कि यहाँ पे कर दो, वहाँ पे कर दो, and you will get lot of work, because I'm telling you that this coming 10, 20, 30 years belongs to cricket. Small level, big level, everywhere you will see that this business of cricket is progressing. So if you will do these three things, I'm sure that you will definitely will get a commentary job in future. Talking about the anchoring, same thing. You have to understand that what anchoring you would like to do. Let's say news anchoring, right? So as I mentioned, it's an art. You have to learn it. Join some good college, and from in that particular college you will get the practical training, right? Once you get the practical training, same thing, practice and build your brand so that people can come and contact you and give you the job. Because in this particular era which we are living in, it's such a beautiful era. I'm telling you that it has lot of growth. If you utilize in a good manner, very soon you will get lot of success, I'm telling you.
Okay, so as you know, the skills are very important and it plays a major role in shaping our careers. So would you please mention about skills that are required and some tips for gaining those all skills?
This is very important question, right? Skills I can tell you about. First, news anchoring, because this is the very common thing and people wanted to see that what are the skills required. First of all, knowledge is important, right? After knowledge, once you have all the content, which is very important in order to build your career, then you have to read a lot, right? Because once you read the newspaper, magazine, uh, news portals, you will see a lot of things on Google, right? You will get lot of stuff, right? So knowledge is very important. And from where you will get the knowledge? By reading, by listening, by writing. When you get all these kind of things, what will happen? You will get lot of content here, and this is your knowledge base. So knowledge is very important. Second is in language skills, communication skills. Means it can be Hindi, English, but nowadays what I'm saying, what I see these days, that these regional languages like Nepali, Bengali, Kannada, Gujarati, Marathi, it has got a lot of scope, and I have seen that the news channels, regional news channels, doing a commendable job. So these kind of skills are required, but at the same time, you have to be multitasker as well. If you can do an anchoring, so people will expect that you can also do the editing part as well, right? You should have a very pleasing personality, right? Because people will see you. It's a business, right? So these are kind of things that you should take into consideration, because there are a lot of skills. I can tell you, and it is thousand of skills. But if you have these skills, so it's become easy for you to understand about this career. And second important thing is that whatever your language is, right? Let's say that I'm very good in Hindi. मैं बहुत अच्छा हूँ हिंदी में. और हिंदी में मैं आपको अपने 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 आप को बहुत अच्छी तरह से एक्सप्लेन और अपने आप को डिफाइन कर सकता हूँ. So choose Hindi. If you think that you are very good in English, you can express yourself, go ahead. If you think in Nepali, Bengali, whatever your language is, that language plays a very important role. And any language in India particularly, it has a lot of scope in this era, as I mentioned. So your language skills, you have to see which language are you good in, follow that language, and build your career.
Okay. So talking about career, what are the different career options that we can choose in the field of anchor?
Yes, a lot of options. I just mentioned news anchoring is one. You can become the TV host. You can become this master of ceremonies. I have seen that this particular job profile is growing, right? You can become a reality show host, right? You can become a TV journalist. You can become a podcast host, and there's ample opportunities. You can become a storyteller. You can become a public speaker. I can give you thousand of job profiles after doing it, because when you will have this course, you will understand the practical aspect, and these practical aspect has been applied to each and every field, right? So if you have these things in place, these career options, if you are taking in your in your career, then you will get a lot of options. And these are not the limited options. There are many more job profiles available. Since, as I mentioned, it's a digital world, so slowly and gradually you will see more career options are coming associated with this brand, which me and you are not aware about it. But as you see these days, their audiobooks are coming in, right? Maybe possible video books will also come, right? So it's a changing world. You have to see in which place you are going to fit in.
Okay. So lastly, I would like to ask you to give any advice for our future aspirants.
Okay, so this is very important. I can give you a lot of suggestion tips for future aspirant. The first one I will say that keep doing the new things. Uh, do a lot of experiments. What will happen? You will fail, but that particular experiment will give you a learning, and that learning will make you more wise and better human being. This is my I can tell you things which you know has worked for me, right? Might possibly it will not work for you, right? But I can tell you that if you follow these things, it will definitely work. Second important thing is that come out your comfortable zone. The moment you will come out your comfortable zone, you will feel enlightened, empowered, powerful. And because once you come out of the comfortable zone, you require a brave heart, because only 1% of people can do it. I have read somewhere that 99% people are not happy the kind of job they are doing, right? So if you come out your comfortable zone, I think that's where you become more brave, and you will get a lot of decision making things that you can take decisions. And as I mentioned that this will help you to become more wise and better human being. And travel also, if you get an opportunity to work in different part of the world or in India, go ahead and travel. I never thought that I will come to the Siliguri, because in Delhi I never thought about that I will come to this city in order to work, maybe possible in order to have some tourism purpose. But once I came here, I see a lot of different perspective, different things, different people. I met with different people, and this is very important because it will just open up your brain. Acha ye bhi, acha ye bhi, acha ye bhi. And it is very important to travel, come out your comfortable zone. If you are, and don't repeat the mistakes. Yeah, this is very important. If you are committing mistakes again and again and same mistakes, this is not good for you. If you know that this is bad and you already faced music, don't repeat. Because if you keep repeating it, so you are not improving. If you know that this thing is not working for you, leave it, try something else. If you think that thing is not working for you, try something else. Do not repeat the same mistakes again and
Okay, so adding up one more question to you. Please tell us about your experience working as an entrepreneur. Tell us about your journey.
yeah, this is quite special journey, and I can tell you that this is one of the hardest, hardest, hardest life. Why I'm telling you this? Because when you go on this path, entrepreneurship job path, so what will happen? That you don't have a money, right? You always have a limited budget, and to survive in that particular budget, it's so frustrating. I'm telling you, being an entrepreneur, you see your friends, they are doing job and they're happy, they're putting things on Instagram and Facebook, and you're still, thinking about your penny and which you're going to spend, which you don't have, because second month you have to pay the rent, and there are a lot of stuffs, and things become more difficult when you're married, right? Because you have someone else to take care of, right? So you have a limited budget. At the same time, you have to convince your parents that you did this particular thing. And if your parents are, job minded, 9 to 5, then it is very difficult to convince them. It is one of the hardest thing, I'm telling you. So that, you know, as I mentioned, that my journey of being entrepreneur is such a lonely journey. People won't understand you. People will take you very lightly, and at the same time, you have to maintain the consistency as well. You have to meet people as well. You don't have a money, but you can't say all these things to anyone. You just have to hope that one day your idea will click, and slowly and gradually your business moves to the profit level. But it's such a difficult task. It's a very, very, very difficult part. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to make sure that you have at least budget of 1 year to survive. Because if you don't have a budget, second thing will come to your mind, let me get back to the job. If you go back to the job, same thing will happening, you will coming back to the square one. So the budget is very important. You have to convince your parents, right, and tell them that if I will not behaving in a right manner, or if I'm in a tension, motivate me, because this is very important. Nobody is going to motivate you, right? As I mentioned, it's a very lonely journey. But if you ask your family members that, this is thing I'm doing, and I'm sure that I will get the success, and I'm getting it, because many people will call you that you are doing a commendable job, but they will not give you money, right? But you know that you are doing a right thing, and slowly and gradually, people will like it. People will come join your academy, and there would be a history. Because what my purpose is, I want to create world's first broadcasting university. दुनिया की पहली स्पोर्ट्स ब्रॉडकास्टिंग यूनिवर्सिटी बनाना जो है वो मेरा सपना है. And I'm going to tell everyone about it. I'm not going to shy about it. Why not India? India में पहला बन जाए. So we will create a history, because as I mentioned that this 20, 30, 40 years belongs to sports broadcasting, wherein you have the smartphone. You can access anything. So you need a lot of people. There is a huge demand, but there is no supply. So what we will do, we will make sure that demand and supply is in check, and at the same time we will, because this field is sports broadcasting is such an unorganized field. So I just wanted to make it organized. And once I will open this university, people will come, do the courses. Even they can do online. Since we have a very, we have a very cheap education system, I would say, that people can come and they can access the education system, because we have a very, the labor rates is quite low. So people can come and get the education in a very less amount. So this is the bigger picture, means that this is what I wanted to do, and I'm doing it, and slowly and gradually things are moving out for me. But if you want to be an entrepreneur, be ready to face music. You will get thousands of hurdles. It's not a easy job, I'm telling you. It's such a very, very difficult thing to do. So you have to prepare your mind. You have to talk to your family members. You sometimes you have to cry as well. but nobody is bothered about you crying, right? So you have to be ready. If you are ready, then this field is for you.
Okay. It was so motivating, like you filled the atmosphere with a lot of motivations. And lastly, I would like to say thank you so much for sharing your experiences and thoughts with us. It was amazing talking to you and seeing you as a role model. As like in present, I have been seeing you as a role model of mine as well as a mentor. So thank you for that too. And thanks for giving us advice. Of course, it is informative for all of us. And do check out his website, National Commentary Academy. The links will be in the description box below. So thank you so much for your time and effort.
You're welcome.